Credibility. When people play games, they establish no credibility. They're nothing. The first issue of credibility with me is accounting one, the stock owners on the company, and anyone who says different has zero credibility and is meaningless. And that's the major crux of my entire life since age 16. Accounting one, the stock owners on the company. I'm a stock owner. I own the company. And ever since that age 16 incident, been told it doesn't matter that I own the company. People have established no credibility anywhere. The courthouse, at Merrill Lynch, at Smith Barney, at Paine Webber. And how much money these people put in their pockets that I read in the Wall Street Journal is a benchmark and reason for my irate, raising hell, whatever you want to call it, because I expect more money than everybody who scored less than 96% on the ACT in America, anybody, anywhere, no matter what, because whatever they do, I'm sure I'm capable of doing myself, because I've proven that with my mechanical engineering degree and my master's from Krannert, that whatever these people do, I'm capable of doing, because I'm smarter and better capable, and therefore I need more money, and that's $10 billion a year right now. My uncle just died. He was a minister. My father's got prostate cancer. I was told by my mother yesterday, the doctor said he's got 3 months to a year to live. He's 85. He's been playing word game. He's been playing games with me for 30 years. I've doubted whether he is my father based on other people telling me my father was murdered and this guy stole his identity. And he said the same thing, or people who look like him have said it for the last 30 years. And he's told me my degrees don't matter, what I was taught in school doesn't matter, and don't tell people you got degrees. This has caused me to go irate for 30 years. Now the person, is 85 years old. And I'm sure if you were born in 1925 like him, if you lived to be 85, you've exceeded most people born in 1925. He's lived longer than probably 99%, 90% of the people born in that year in the country of the United States. Him, my uncle who just died, was 70-something. He said he looked statistically, he has lived longer than the average lifespan of people born when he was born. So, I guess if they are your family, which supposedly, I don't know. I don't know. It's not a happy time for me right now because I've been on house arrest. I was just talking to this college fraternity brother of mine who got mechanical engineering at Oklahoma State like me, and my fraternity roommate in Chicago now. And I got thrown in jail at the end of September, and it might be, my little episode here might be over on May 10th. And I was just saying, this friend of mine has a daughter in college, and she's going to be out of college here at the beginning of May. And I said, well, this time I spent in jail and house arrest is almost the equivalent to 1 year in college. And to me, the major factor that differentiates everybody on this planet in the United States is their education. That's the major differential between everybody, everywhere. What's the difference between you and everybody else? Well, first is the high school diploma, if you got that. Second is the college degree, master's degree. It's a degree in what from where? It's your IQ score, your standardized test score to get into college, ACT, GMAT. That's the major differential between everybody on this planet in this country of America. And anyone who disagrees with that and says the degrees don't matter, I equate to a high school dropout, and I don't care who the hell they are. And most people who say that to me are people who don't have degrees that I do, who have degrees inferior to mine. And when they say degrees don't matter, it kind of makes me laugh and say, well, you know what? The fact that you're making more than $5 an hour, whatever. You got zero credibility. You're nothing. Well, you're not nothing because you do have more money than me, which you're not a billionaire. You don't make $1 billion a year. You're not on a proxy statement as a chairman of the company, but some of the people who say this to me do have nice houses, $500,000 houses maybe, and do make some money, more than I'm making, more than I've ever made. And the fact that they get a paycheck at any of these places, well, I'm not. It's unacceptable to me. And, for them to act superior to me makes me kind of laugh and spit on them, but I don't actually spit. I just kind of like, whatever, you're nothing to me. Because why aren't you the chairman of the board of the company you work at if you're, it's just bullshit. It's bullshit, credibility. It's a communication of stupidness that makes me, I guess I have very little people I believe or trust or have as friends because of all the bullshit people say to me because they don't got my degrees. And I'm not getting a $10 billion a year paycheck. The board of directors of the companies I apply for a job at don't give me the time of day. And I don't really know all the board of directors, qualifications or the licensing agencies that give licenses to businesses to exist. All I know is the highest paycheck in America is the benchmark I base everything I do on. When I got my degree at Oklahoma State, I was just telling this friend of mine on the phone from Chicago, from Oklahoma State, from Kansas City, and my fraternity. I said, when I graduated from Oklahoma State, this guy comes up and says, well, you can go to work for an oil refinery in Dumbfuck, Oklahoma. The guy didn't say Dumbfuck, Oklahoma, but I said, well, I didn't graduate from high school to work in Dumbfuck, Oklahoma. I didn't get a mechanical engineering to work for 30K. 30K is a big deal in 1983. Not 30K a year in a Dumbfuck, Oklahoma oil refinery. 30,000 a second in the year 2000 in a luxury mahogany office with a chef preparing my meals. Country clubs with an S as in plural. Luxury suites at every sports stadium in America because the benchmark's established. I've seen people inferior to me in degrees, education, and ACE standardized scores. No, I'm not the absolute best. 99 percentile in GMAT. I didn't get that. I got 93. But I've seen so many examples of me better getting what that's the benchmark, and I use that. That's the kind of person I am because you're no different than everybody else. That goes for everybody everywhere. Therefore, I need more money than everyone. Who scored less than 93 and doesn't have a degree from a top school like Cranert was. Number 3 in Fortune, number 4 Public. And, let's just get the list of Kansas City and the Kansas City Business Journal. Everybody on that list. Everybody in the stockbroker, the list goes on and on for my billions and trillions, punks, because that's the kind of person I am, punks. Everybody's a liar. You're all liars. Have I ever met an honest person in my life? No. Never met an honest person who ever said what I say in my life. $10 billion a year.